Alright folks, all but blurred, back from our Transformers review. This review is going to be on Generation 1 targetmaster Crosshairs. Crosshairs is part of the 1988 targetmaster range. Came out with the ones with also blur, cup, hot rod. As you can see, he's got a rather impressive vehicle mode here. Kind of out of this guy, he reminds me most of something like the Jason the Wheel Warriors. Now his gun itself can be held as it is just now, and this kind of style, kind of compacted. But I personally do like actually having them more sort of opened out, because you can get away with it because it's two sections. That looks like something like Jason the Wheel Warriors, personally myself there. Looks like something you'd get Jace driving. We'll get a little bit of a closer look in just a second. As you quickly see, it does actually come with his targetmaster pinpointer. Let's take him to the side just now though. Get a closer look at him later. Vehicle modes. I suppose it's kind of buggy. It looks like something like a moon buggy in fact. These big chunky tyres. It's definitely an all-terrain vehicle. The guide itself doesn't really give sort of any indicator. I think this is an armoured vehicle. Don't know. I wouldn't really say it's much of an armoured vehicle. I would just call it a moon buggy. That's more what I think it looks like. Anyway, on to the figure. Some great detailing. See, this is what I like. He's got his headlights engraved in. Got a bit of a winch going on here as well, by the looks of it. And some detailing here in the front cockpit section. See, this is what I'm talking about. Great windscreens, white, blue, not pink like Getaway. So the stickers in this guy are a bit faded, as you can quickly see his insignia and his top stickers aren't that great, but the overall figure is in great condition. I've managed to, if you watch my previous videos, I managed to temporarily fix these wheels so they don't hang down as much. So you can see there's a bit of wear in there, but normally these things hang all the way down, like Doc Brown's DeLorean. Yeah, and Back to the Future 2 if you've not seen that one. Overall, it's like, cause the section here you could use as possibly like a pickup tool. So we get car on there, drive on, and sit on the top. But you probably won't get a mini bot on top of that. It's part of the transformation, but I just thought it's a great idea. And he's got great treads on the tyres. Another one of the great robots that doesn't really show much of its robot mode. So great vehicles don't show robot mode. 1987 it says here, but released in the US 1988, according to the guide anyway. But yeah, you can pretty much tell these are going to be his legs, but they do hide it really well. And no head's been shown. Great little gimmick for hiding that. Give a bit of a vehicle comparison here. Now I'm going to bring in one of the second generation targetmasters, I like to call them. A quick mix, just to let you see that they are bigger. You see these are quite long, but there's really not much in terms of parts of him in vehicle mode, whereas he's quite a good solid chunky example of a vehicle. Going to go into transformation now. Transformation of this guy is quite simply the leg section I showed you before. I'll show it from this angle. Comes down like so, folds up, so it clicks quite nicely in place. Feet are a bit flimsy, but we really won't be able to use them until we stand them up. This one's okay, this one's a bit floppy. One of my favourite parts of this transformation again, just the overall reveal of his arms and his head. So we kind of bring this section out to the side, gently prising it there, like so. And this whole arm section just folds down. In fact, I'll just move these out of the way first, gently, because I don't want to wear away the glue. So they quite nicely hide. A bit like Sure Shot, they hide the tyres behind, which you really have to do in this figure. Just get in the way, and like so, and then the head reveal. Ta-da! It's like poppy head. Too much caffeine. Yeah. Arms, sorry, hands I should say, from the side here, pop out. Side here, pop out. I'm a big fan of hidden hands. Unlike sort of Pinpointer here. Not Pinpointer. Point blank. The hands are kind of out, which wouldn't be a little harm if they were hidden. Whereas hidden hands are always good. Just adds a lot more to the transformation. Same as got the little hole scenario here in the middle. You could if you really wanted to. There we go. Let's see how it fits on him. Ooh, quite nicely, but not really type of blue. Anyway, rambling now. Closer look at the figure himself in roll mode. Got a great head sculpt. He's also got the whole visor thing going on here. Bit of a narrow head, probably just to make sure it does fit in this little hole. But you quite see the nose, face, great helmet styling. Once again, successfully the cabin turns into his chest piece. Legs are actually probably one of the most articulated, but fortunately the ratchets on mine are quite loose, so he does have a tendency to fall over, but he does actually have kind of forward and back so he can kneel down. So it's quite impressive. And all that's separating the legs really, or not all that's keeping the legs together, is this little tiny tab here. So when he's standing up, he does actually pull off the whole two-leg scenario quite well, even though he's still got one joined. But think of the possibilities if this wasn't actually joined. You could actually have free moving legs. Oh my god! And this foot's starting to bug me now. But oh, he's got great articulation in his arms, which is very rare, because his shoulders can actually rotate 360. Obviously no arm bending, and his hands can obviously move. And you've seen it before, see it again. Head articulation, up and down. Not much really to say about him. I just really think he's a one to add to the collection, definitely. If you're collecting the Target Masters, definitely pick him up. Little look at his companion. Now this is his gun mod I was demonstrating earlier on. Get a closer look. Not as much detail on the cannons themselves, but still a nice little ray. Or you can have him this way, which is where all the detail seems to be, I believe. That's where I think it's meant to be that way, but I do kind of like him that way in roller mode, that way in vehicle mode, and I've pretty much done the transformation as it is. He's actually got a silver face, but I think the way the paint's chipped off, it actually looks like he's got a clown's face. He's a Joker. Shit! He's kind of got a Joker smile going on there. Same again, no really articulation apart from his legs, like so, because he can kind of sit down if he wants. But no arm articulation, but still some great detailing on his body. Let's stand the two of them together. And yeah, they look quite nice beside each other, but as I say again, he's probably the only one I did actually like to display standing up. I don't really like his kind of big chunky gun mode, and I think that's a bit too big for robot mode, as you might see. It's a bit floppy, like that. Doesn't look right, plus he falls down. And when you stick it around this way, I think it looks a bit chunky. So not really my favourite Target Master. Great in great in vehicle mode, I think it looks really good in the vehicle, but it's probably one of the few Target Masters I do like to actually have standing up instead of on the robot. He does want to come off now. Not just a pain in the arse. You can just stay there, and you're bending over now. I just noticed he's got a baboon's arse. Baboon's arse. Right. Is he going to stay? Hopefully. So I'm going to bring another Target Master in now. So we have a roll call. See it falling down. Move this back a bit. And I've got to say, as I said earlier on in my review, scale wise, these guys are awesome. They fit quite nicely together. But I've got to go a bit for out of time, so it's all but Blur saying catch us all later.